While most RPGs focus on huge world-saving quests, I find the ones that focus on character relationships and inner struggles to be a bit more exciting. Luckily for me, developer Furyu's newest RPG ends up doing just that. I'm Azara Lopez and this is Noisy Pixel's review for Crystar. Crystar begins rather suddenly as the player assumes the role of Rei Hatada, who has found herself in purgatory with her sister Mirai. It's not explained how they got there at first, but that information is delivered throughout the story. By recalling their memories, the two sisters gain access to their bodies, but are intercepted by a powerful revenant. It's here that things get heated as Rei gains access to a powerful guardian known as Heraclitus and fights against the revenant. However, an accident leaves Mirai fatally wounded and she is then lost to purgatory. All hope isn't lost as the managers of purgatory show up and offer Rei a chance to save her sister. All she has to do is sign a contract to become an executor and collect Idia crystals. Without much thought, Rei signs the contract and her journey through the deepest part of purgatory begin. It's important to take some time to explain just how much of a focus Crystar puts on its characters and this premise. Each character has an inner struggle that led them to this dark place and they each deal with it in their own way. There's a slow unveiling of backstory that creates a nice tension between the cast and the managers as new elements come to life. I should add, the English audio tracks in the game are amazing. Given that the cast of characters is mainly female, it's important that each voice stands out so that they don't sound like one another, and I felt that the cast did an excellent job at making these characters unique. Gameplay in Crystar has players controlling one of the available party members at a time who each have a unique ability and weapon. Attack combinations can be mixed up using weak and strong attacks, but the game gets rather repetitive in the later dungeons, which all end up playing out the same. Over time, it's easy to notice the copy and paste sections of the dungeons, and it honestly wouldn't be so bad if the dungeons weren't so large in size. While this isn't bad on its own, the constant repeating of paths and rooms makes it all seem unnecessary. Furthermore, the enemies don't really change and you'll encounter a lot of them. It's easy to just mindlessly lose yourself to dungeons if only to get to the next story section. Luckily, the battle system is extremely responsive. Dodging and executing special abilities using guardians is all just a button press away, which makes fights painless. I should also add that the boss battles are both engaging and tie into the story. Certain enemy in the game contains souls that can be purified in order to gain new equipment. This process is rather interesting, but it took me a while to wrap my head around it. Players are able to fuse items to make them more powerful, but this requires materials from the dungeons, which means you'll have to fight monsters and not just run past them to the next floor. Other activities involve petting your dog, which gives the player time to calm down between story missions. Crystar does some amazing things with its dark premise as it tells a story that isn't about saving the world, but more about the emotions and characters who have to deal with real-life events through this fantasy quest. It's these characters and relationships that will get you through the repetitive nature of the dungeons because you'll want to see it through until the end. It also doesn't hurt that the characters are cute as hell and the game includes bathing suit costumes for each one of them. Crystar knows its fanbase, and while it doesn't present anything groundbreaking mechanically in its features, it does do enough to satisfy those who appreciate strong characters and unique plots. Through all the mindless hacking and slashing, I had fun knowing a decent boss battle and story will await me at the end of each dungeon. So if you're looking for an RPG that'll easily consume you with some great writing, then you'll definitely enjoy this game. Noisy Pixel is giving Crystar a 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.